Smyrna Cowboy here in Pappy's place. How y'all doing today? Today is May the 22nd, 2021 at 10:50 in the morning. I thought I would come on here, do a short video and give y'all an update excuse me, on my condition. I am doing quite well. I went to the burn doctor Thursday and it's progressing quite well, so I don't have to go back to the burn doctor for 2 weeks. I had my physical therapist come in yesterday and went through all that, and I asked him, I said, well, can I turn the truck around, because at the burn I brought my truck back from work and my daughter parked it straight in, like when you pull into a driveway, straight in. Well, I always back the truck in. I've always backed my vehicles in, my personal vehicles. And that was driving me nuts, just completely nuts. So I asked him, I said, you think it would be all right if I could get the truck and pull it back in the right way to me? He said, well, let's go outside and show me how you get in your truck. Well, I'd always take the stiff leg, or now the burn leg, and put on the Nerf bar. He said, wait a second. Let me show you an easier way. So I turned around, and like you're backing into the seat, my good leg, so I put my good leg on the Nerf bar and grabbed the old crab handle, pulled myself up, and I set right into the seat of the truck and just swung my legs around. I'm going like, wow, that's great. So I learned a new way to get into the truck, and he said, well, I think it would be okay if you just pulled the truck up and just at a little short of distance and pulled it, backed it in. I think it'd be okay. So, and then I asked him, when do you think I'll be able to drive? He said, well, as far as your physical capabilities, I don't see any reason why you couldn't, but you better call your orthopedic surgeon and get with him, and you tell him that you talked to me and he doesn't see any repercussions of the compound fracture and everything. So I emailed him, and he said as long as I'm off the narcotics, aka oxycodone, that shouldn't be a problem, but to go around the neighborhoods first and do a panic stop with nobody behind you, of course. Do a panic stop and see how you react to that. And I'm going like, cool. So I showed that to Mrs. Cowboy, and she's all for that. So I am completely off the Oxycontin, let it get out of my system. I still don't trust myself because of the remnants of the Oxycontin. So I would say probably next weekend, or maybe even Tuesday. Maybe even Tuesday, that I can get out into the truck and go around the neighborhood a couple of times and do the panic braking stuff, and then I can tell from there if I'm capable of driving. Getting out is easy of the truck. You just swivel your hips and gravity takes over. But now, since I found this new way to get into the truck, then that's even better. So I have talked to the sales rep at American Motorsports, and I told him the situation and everything. So after my truck is paid off at the end of the month, then I'll be able to get the Spider. But I want to wait 3 to 4 months. Well, let me take that back. My actual target date for buying the Spider will be January 9th, because a friend of mine is going to go with me, and his wife, and me and Sharon, Mrs. Cowboy, and so we'll just do a little brunch, lunch type thing as I go get the Spider. Now, I just for a redundance backup plan type thing, if I'm not comfortable riding the Spider for 30 something miles from the dealership back to my home, I asked them if they have a delivery option. Yes, they do. The delivery option is $100 minimum for 10 miles plus $2 a mile after that. So I calculated it up, and so for them to deliver the bike to my home, it'd be about 140 bucks. But like I said, that's just a backup plan, a redundance thing, in case I'm not comfortable or whatever. But he also said that a lot of people have rented a U-Haul trailer and picked them up instead of the delivery fee. So I researched that. I researched the U-Haul trailers, and because of the width of the Spider, the Spider is 61.5 inches wide. I cannot get a drop-down trailer because of the width of the Spider from U-Haul, because the width of the drop-down gate, of course, it's wider on the inside. Is the drop-down gate is not as wide as the inside of the trailer. It's a little bit narrower. So the width of that is 59 inches. Well, crap. So that plan is out. But this morning, me and Tri-Mark 1100H, Mark Bolic, he came over and took me to IHOP to eat breakfast. First time I've been out socially since the burn. So it just so happened that one of my Go Wing members were there. So I shook his hand and talked to him for a few minutes, and such as that. And so I was discussing that secondary plan with Mr. Bolic, because we're all going to ride down there together. And so after he got through eating, he came to my table and said, well, I have a trailer that's wide enough with a drop-down gate, and so does a couple of other members in the chapter. And, instead of you paying for renting a trailer, you can borrow ours. Well, okie dokie, sounds good to me. But I told him, I said, well, I'll let you know. So I still got, this is what, May 22nd, May, June, July, a month and a half. I have about a month and a half to get better in shape, to heal more, and then I will feel either confident or not as confident, and then the other option will go ahead and apply. So we'll see what happens there. When I talked to Grant at American Motorsports, I don't know if I already said this or not. If I did, sorry. I'll repeat myself because I'm old. I don't know if you see that picture right there. That's me and my sister when I was growing up. I was about 3 years old at the time. That's me standing and my sister is sitting there. She hit me in the head with a hammer and I was crying. Well, my brother Jim took the picture and it looks like I'm laughing, but I'm actually crying because she hit me in the head with a hammer. So any type of brain fart or anything, I just blame it on that. I mean, when I was 3 years old, my sister hit me in the head with a hammer. So I just blame it on that. So if I already said this, I blame it on that. But anyway, when I emailed them, the Sea to Sky was still in stock there. So I'm going like, well, that's cool. Maybe, doubtful, but maybe they'll have one in stock when we decide to go ahead and get that one. So cool. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what time does and how that's going to work out and everything else. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to touch base with everyone, and again, thank you very much for your thoughts and prayers and well wishes and cards and other stuff that's been sent. I really, really do appreciate that, and thank you so very, very much. So I guess that's about it for right now. So we'll catch you guys and gals later. This is the Smyrna Cowboy here in Pappy's place with my legs up and an ice wrap on my ankle. Wishing you and yours a good day. And until next time, adios.